Good Monday morning. Today's lesson comes from Proverbs 4, verse 23. That's our key verse. But we're going to cross-reference with Mark 7, 21 through 23. So the writer of Proverbs, in giving out wisdom, verse 23 says, guard your heart above all else, or with all diligence, it means. For it is the source of life. All else means more than all guarding. Why? Because you want to keep. Guarding means to keep from attack, to protect. Because our heart is really, truly who we are. It directs our thoughts and our emotions. The knowledge that we take in. And I want you to know that prejudice, hatred, division, violence is a learned behavior. And if you partake of all of that knowledge, think about songs that have been written, traditions that have been taught by elders who were non-believers. Talk around the school that you picked up on. Talk at home. Talk in the marketplace. Talk on television. In my younger years, I believe that we actually had news, and this is just a personal opinion, where they actually told these are current events. Now it's so biased, and there's so much going on that you don't know, is that the truth or not? But I want you to know that this is still the truth. And so God's word, God breathed, says, guard your heart with all diligence, because that's the center that controls your mind, that controls your emotions. And when I turn to Mark chapter 7, after Jesus is talking to the disciples and the crowd about traditions, he's saying, listen, some of these guys, they're not going by the law. They have some human traditions that have just been passed down from one generation to another, and you just sort of think, okay, that's the law because that's what I've been told. And he says, are you also lacking in understanding to the disciples that didn't get the parable? Don't you realize that nothing that goes into a person from the outside can defile him? It's what comes out. For it doesn't go into his heart, but the stomach, and it's eliminated. And he said, what comes out of a person is what defiles him. Because from within a person, out of a person's heart, that's where evil thoughts come from. That's where sexual immoralities come from. That's where ideas of theft, murder, adultery, greed, evil actions, deceit, self-indulgence, envy, slander, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within, and they defile or stain a person. They come from our heart. Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful, and who can know it? The Lord knows our heart. He has told us that man judges by the outer appearance, but he judges our heart. Again, let me reiterate. Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your heart with all diligence. How do we apply that verse today? Be careful what you listen to. Or be careful, little ears, what you hear. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. For the Father up above, he's looking down below. Oh, be careful, little ears and eyes, what you see. Be careful, heart, what you take in. Because the heart, as the center core, rules our mind, rules our emotions. And Mark, Jesus says in Mark 7, that's where the evil thoughts come in. When you're like, what makes somebody murder? What makes somebody hate? What causes prejudice and racism? What causes comparison and pride? He says evil thoughts, sexual immorality, thefts, murders, adulteries, greed, evil actions, deceit, self-indulgence, envy, slander, pride, and foolishness. I repeat, because the Lord repeats things so we can get them. Instead of playing the blame game with one another, let's look at the person in the mirror, and then let's examine our heart with God's word, which is the truth. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart. Some of us have guard dogs to guard our possessions. We have security cameras. There are a lot of things, fences, boundaries that says, oh, don't come in. I'm guarding. But the Lord is asking us to guard our hearts. And we're unable to do that without his word being our boundary of truth. I love you. The Lord loves us. He so wants us to love one another. And God willing, I'll see you the next day. Have a marvelous Monday. And I do want to thank God because today is the official release day for Trekking Pebbled Paths with Jesus. Please look it up on Amazon. It's filled with promises, filled with words that remind us of Jesus' ever-presence and his faith. Okay, God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.